children, in Psalms 15 we read, Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? And there is an answer in Psalm 15, fourth words. He that sweareth to his own hurt and changeth not. Now shall we hear a story of a person who did not change his promise, who stood for it?
Hi kids, I remember that a good many years ago, when I was a boy, my father, who was a stonemason, did some work for a man named John Haws. When the work was completed, John Haws said he would pay for it on a certain day. It was late in the fall when the work was done, and when the day came on which Mr. Haws had said he would pay for it, a fearful storm of sleet and snow and wind raged from morning until night. We lived 9 miles from the Haws home, and the road was a very bad one, even in the good weather. I remember that Father said at breakfast, "Well, I guess we shall not see anything of John Haws today. It will not make any difference if he does not come, as I am not in urgent of need of the money he owes me. It will make no difference if it's not paid for a month." But about noon, Mr. Haws appeared at our door, almost frozen and covered with sleet and snow. "Why, John Haws," exclaimed my father, when he opened the door and saw who it was that had knocked. "I had not the least idea that you would try to run away out here in the fearful storm." "Did I not say that I would come?" asked John Haws abruptly. "Oh, yes, but I did not regard it as a promise so blinding that you must fulfill it on a day like this. Any promise that I make is binding, regardless of the wind and weather. I said that I would pay the money today, and I am here to keep my word. But then it is only a small sum, and I do not really need it. I need to keep my word. If the sum had been 10 cents and you were a millionaire, and I said that I could pay it today, I would be here to pay it even if I'd been compelled to ride 50 miles. Do you wonder that it was often said of John Haws that his word was as good as his bond? He was as truthful as he was honest. I remembered that a neighbor of ours stopped at our house one day on his way home from the town. He had almost an incredible story to tell us about a certain matter. And Father said, "Why, it hardly seems possible that such a thing can be true. John Haws told me about it." "Oh, then it is true." "Yes, or John Haws never would have told it. It was a fine thing to have more reputation like that. It is worth more than much worldly glory and honor when such are combined with the distrust of the people. There are men in high position, with all that wealth can buy at their command, who are much poorer than humble John Haws, because their word is of no value, and they have none of the high sense of honor that glorifies their humble life."